stuff, and that historical perspective could be part of our training. But like everything, art is decentralized now. So they don't have nearly as many people working in the building, they don't have nearly as many visitors in the building, and so that's a dilemma for them. In my mind, there's also an opportunity to perhaps work with JAUSA and say, how could you take what's in the museum, the stories that are taken in the museum, and excerpt out of that some traveling displays, some traveling exhibits, so that you could duplicate certain parts of that, and maybe you bring them to this activity so that staff members who don't get to Colorado Springs could see them. So I think we've made reasonable progress. We'll make more next year. It's important for us to recognize that this is not a priority for JA staff at headquarters, and probably shouldn't be. So how do we help them keep it going, and that they have agreed that they own it, that going forward, that they are responsible for it, and that when the Heritage Fund runs out, they're going to have to finance it. What questions or observations? Where am I in time?
Over.
You're supposed to give me 5 minutes. Do we need to close out, or do you have time for a question?
Anybody got a comment or anything? I really want to applaud Jean. I mean, she has taken us light years ahead of where we were. We can argue whether or not we should be focused on keeping the history of the JA going. We don't have time to debate that. There was been a commitment to do it financially. A lot of people put in a lot of money, and I think our responsibility